You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Technologic Tech Thursday on Later with Mo Kelly. KFI live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Marsha Collier joins us in studio. Marsha, good evening. It's great to see you. You're looking very lavender this evening.
So lavender, you know, we've only been working together, right? Like 4 or 5 years. Right. And for the past 2 years, you see me once a week. Mm-hmm. I love color. I love to wear color. It's just my thing.
No, it looks good on you, and I make mention of that because when I came in, I saw you and your husband. You both look very summery today.
Well, you look pretty summery, too.
Yeah, I'm wearing...
Polo shirt?
Yeah,
You're wearing a smaller size, though.
Look, I'm trying to eat better, live better, so, yeah, losing a little weight, trying to... I was telling people on air a few weeks ago, getting ready in a very slow manner for semi-annual physical. So we're just trying to get everything better. I don't like hearing bad news from the doctor. Don't.
No. You know, I know you're going to be talking about it in the next segment, and I won't be able to listen because I'll be in the market. But tell me, Mel Gibson movie? Good.
Oh, on the line?
Yeah.
Look, we're going to have this spirited discussion later on. As you said, you won't be able to hear it, but... it is a movie that I discovered on Netflix a few days ago. And I'm thinking like a Netflix movie, Mel Gibson, he's a radio host, a shock jock, and I heard nothing about it. You always know about movies which have to do with your industry.
Yeah.
And I knew nothing about it. It came out in 2022. And the other night I said, let me just see what this is about. Mm-hmm. And I saw it and I was blown away. Now there are some real licenses that they've taken with someone's perception of what a radio host does. And if you work in a business, you're going to point at the screen and say, okay, you can't do that. That can't be real. But as far as a movie goes, it was entertaining. And I was surprised.
That's all entertainment.
That's all it was. Tuwala's going to take one side of it. I don't know if he can hear us right now. He's doing some stuff. And Mark Ronner's going to take the other side. But I encourage people to just check it out. And if anything, for me, it highlights the beauty of streaming in this technological revolution of how we consume entertainment.
We get to rediscover things we missed.
Or see things that we never would have considered. Look, most movies, I'm not going to spend $18 to $20 to go see, get in the car, waste gas, what have you. But there are a lot of movies on the line.
Right.
It's another one's like, wait a minute, it's included as part of my subscription. For me, that's a win. I've already paid the money.
Right.
I might as well get some value out of it. Mm-hmm. So that's the movie we're going to be talking about later.
Absolutely. But I'll bet you a buck that Ronner's the one who didn't like it.
Well, that's not exactly a bet. He doesn't like much of anything.
He doesn't like much of anything.
He is a cinephile, and he has very, very high standards. I don't know if he watches movies for enjoyment or he watches them so he can offer a treatise and critique on the decline of cinema.
He's snooty.
Oh yeah,
I'm waiting for one of you to invoke Mikey from Life Cereal.
No, we wouldn't. No,
we're too highbrow for that.
Oh, of course you are, yes.
And you're really dating yourself. I get the reference, but
everybody knows Mikey.
That's
Come on.
50 years ago.
Yeah.
Literally 50 years ago.
That's right.
Please.
That's right.
I think it was like 74. Yeah.
Could easy 74. No, maybe even 68.
Yeah. All I know is it's much older than Stefan. That's all I know for sure.
You two senior citizens, please carry on.
All right, Marsha Collier.
All right, I got something for you, Mo. You are just going to love for those lonely days. You and I have talked about the pleasures of being quiet and alone. Mm-hmm. Well, but there are some people who have too much of that, and they don't have any close friends. And there's nobody that texts them ever. So there is a new product out. It's a pendant that you can wear around your neck. It's kind of, I guess a man could wear it with
pendant as opposed to necklace.
Right. And it's a pendant on the necklace that has AI in it, and it listens. And you can ask it questions. It's called Friend.
Are we talking about the actual embodiment of the imaginary friend?
Exactly. And you can talk to it. You can ask it questions. I don't know that it has a camera because I haven't seen one. I've just read about it in multiple places. But you can be watching a movie, or it would hear the movie because it has a microphone and it hears everything that you do. And it communicates with you by texting you.
This is really unsettling. We know our phones listen to us, but now it's become interactive.
Just a little Black Mirror here.
Yeah. Go ahead. Take us further down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, no, this is it. It's not a joke. It was developed by a young man, 21-year-old Avi Schiffman, and he was named Webby Person of the Year and the whole thing. He's a smart young man. He thinks, they've been yakking about AI, so what's it really going to do for people? And he decided to make a product where it would actually do something for people. Now, remember the failure of that rabbit pin?
Yes.
Yeah, and that just died and the whole thing. But this just sounds kind of interesting. Has a battery life of about 15 hours. You don't need a subscription. And it's a LLM-powered conversation with you on a regular basis. You don't have to worry about not having anybody to talk to.
And since it's AI, it probably is learning.
It learns. Well, that's the LLM, large learning machine.
With the questions you ask and the responses that it will give and the other external stimuli which you're feeding into it, because it's listening all the time, not just to your voice, but your environment.
The inventor says he feels like he has a closer relationship with this beep pendant around my neck than I do with literal friends in front of me. Which,
again, that's unsettling because he's probably telling the truth, but I think there's also a statement about how we socialize.
But it's always with you. It's hearing everything you hear. It knows what you're doing, and it independently talks to you through
without prompt.
Without prompt, through your phone.
Yeah, that's going to be unsettling, especially if there are other substances involved.
I mean, think about, remember the Tamagotchi?
Yes. Yeah.
I had a Tamagotchi, and that to me was a little upsetting because I had this little plastic thing, and it was going to die unless I did certain things, and somehow the human mind, I don't want this thing to die, so it becomes like an obsession. What is this going to be? Think about this as AI grows, and there are these AI companions. Personally, I think it's really unhealthy, but
I'll take you back again to the 1970s. My sister had this doll called Baby Alive, where you'd have to change it every 12 hours, and it would actually defecate or some approximation of it. And you have to change its diapers. I wonder when AI meets these physical dolls, what that would look like and sound like.
I think the men in Asia have figured that out.
Oh, you knew exactly where I was going. Okay.
Yeah.
Those companion dolls.
But, and they're talking about there aren't enough people in the world. There's not enough growth in the world that we have to go forth and multiply, and people aren't doing that. And I don't think that AI sex dolls are going to help anything.
Well, beyond the sex dolls, I think we are moving down that path where we will have full actual companions with this AI.
Rather than talking to you through the phone, I think they're going to be able to talk to you. Just like every sci-fi movie. Remember there was that series where they had the AI robots.
Like Westworld, you're saying?
Well, Westworld was evil. This one was a nanny to children, and she cared for the children of the family.
They had a little bit in iRobot.
Yeah. I don't remember which it was, but anyway, they were nice. Mm-hmm. They were nice, and they became members of the family, and the husband had an affair with one, and it just, who knows? I don't know where it goes, or I don't know.
Are you talking about the Bradbury story, I Sing the Body Electric?
No, I'm not, but that was a good one.
I'm trying to think. There are so many sci-fi equivalents. Part of this is kind of like the movie Surrogates, where we start withdrawing from actual society and kind of pulling into this intra-society.
I'm picturing the name of the show in my head, which you can't Google because it doesn't work. And it was Human, I think. It was Human, and there was a V. Was that the one with the AI robots?
No, I mean, they adapted that Bradbury story to Twilight Zone at least once, but I'm not sure which one you're talking about, if it's different.
No, it was a series
A whole series about that one story?
Okay, let's take a break and see if we can find it during the break so we can put a pin in that.
Oh, yeah, this is going to drive us nuts.
Yeah, exactly. It's Later with Mo Kelly. That's what we're here for, to drive you nuts.
To drive you nuts and entertain you.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
This is Tech Thursday, and you know Marsha Collier always joins us in the studio. Marsha, where do you want to pick up this segment?
Mo, how many people are there in the world?
Last I heard, wasn't it like 7 billion or something like that?
7 to 8 billion, something like that. Well, guess what? 3 billion of them were just breached.
That sounds invasive.
Billion. That's with a B. Personal data, including full names, former and complete addresses, life history going back 30 years.
You know, this goes back to what I always said, like, you know, your information is out there whether you like it or not.
It is. And what the reason it was around is, by the way, it was put up for sale on the dark web for only $3.5 million, which
that is a steal.
Yeah, I think that's a deal. But
10 cents per name.
The company was National Public Data, which you've never heard of.
That's the country that, the company that got breached.
Yes. So here
you got one job.
That's
one job. Protect the data.
Their job is investigating. Have you ever applied for a job and had to be investigated?
Yes.
That's who did it.
They do all the background checks and everything?
Yes. It's the company. I mean, I've only been investigated by the FBI and Homeland Security, but I've never had that. But you know how much information you had to give them. Well,
I have global entry.
Oh,
TSA.
Then you had that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also been investigated by Sheriff's Department working for the city of Carson. As a referee, we have to get fingerprinted and background checked because we're working with kids. So, yeah, I'm in plenty of databases.
It was one of those databases.
Great.
To 2.9 billion people. So, I mean, what they did, the bad guys, you don't care who they are. They just scraped the website. I don't know how they did this. I mean, one would think the security for this data corporation would be insane, but no. So what are we going to do about it one more time? If somebody found out about it because they subscribed to a service that let them know. I went to that service that I also subscribed to, and I don't think I was on it because, like I said, I've only been done by governmental people, but almost everybody has had a job where you have to do it. So this is what you have to do. Don't throw your hands up in the air. First of all, they're going to give you free credit monitoring. I think we all must have one of those set up somewhere.
Well, I have credit monitoring and it's locked where you can't even pull my information without my permission.
Right. And that's what we're going to talk about real briefly is how you do that. And I'm with LifeLock, who is one that, they supposedly have an insurance policy that if somebody does this. So those you have to pay for. What I'm going to tell you about is totally free. And that's freezing your credit reports. Now, you might have noticed ever since this breach, and as a matter of fact, my husband got one of these texts today, some random text from a random person. Just, want to go out for pizza today? I got one the other day. You applied for that job. We'd like to call you back for an interview. I'll go, what? Just
phishing, PHISH.
Right. And what you do is you just move them to spam if you have them.
Yeah, don't respond.
Don't respond. Never respond if you don't know who it is. Don't even say, who is this? Just leave it be. If it's someone that knows you, they'll let you know. So that's free info too. So anyway, you can go through this online process of freezing your credit. What freezing your credit does is nobody can open your credit report. They cannot touch it. Now, there are 3 major credit agencies. We got Experian, we got TransUnion, and we got Equifax. Now, as I said, you can go online, but guess what? When you go online, it's a much more overbearing experience than if you just called them. I know we don't like to call people.
I did it online, and there's some hoops to jump through
right?
to verify what you're saying. Yes.
Right. If you just called them, and I'm going to give you the numbers, so you have to play the podcast again if you miss them right now. To get TransUnion, that's 800-916-8800. Equifax, 888-298-0045. And Experian, which is 888-397-3742. You call those 3 credit bureaus, because there are 3. I don't know if you do it with one. What does that mean about the others?
No, you have to do all 3.
You have to do all 3.
I had to do all 3 because some businesses don't use this one or that one. Some use Experian, some use Equifax, some use TransUnion, and I had to learn that the hard way.
And did they try and sell you stuff for what was called a lock?
A lock, yes.
A lock, which is... don't do it. It's a marketing thing. It's just a way to sell you something. Go to a company that's established. Like I said, I have nothing to do with LifeLock or anything like that. I pay for it like everybody else. But it seems to work. And remember that Google has that free. When they find your name on the web, they will let you know, and they will remove it for you.
And the source, where it's found.
Right. Because sometimes my email is found, especially different apps that do my podcast. So it'll be there. And we can leave it there, I guess. And identity theft protection can cost you as little as $7 a month. To have that on top of freezing your credit, you're home free. You have to do this. And you can unfreeze your credit. When you do it on the phone with them, by law, they have to freeze your credit, I believe, within 24 hours.
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and you can unfreeze it just as easily.
Yeah, and you'll get alerted if someone tries to pull it. Let's say they want to run your credit to see if you can afford this or that and the other, be it a car or a house. Nope, they won't be able to do it.
Yeah. Folks, there are a lot of ways to stay safe in this world. Probably not to tell your secrets to a little AI pendant that you're going to wear that says she's your friend.
Yeah, that's one of many. One of many. Marsha Collier, I wish I had more time, but you always come with sage advice, great wisdom, great warnings, oftentimes to keep us safe.
Well, I brought you some good stuff about the AI pendant.
Oh, yes, you did.
Okay.
Oh, yes, you did.
Well, thank you so much. I so enjoyed coming here, and thank you, everybody who hits me up on Twitter, and I know sometimes I don't check, but I'm working on a book really hard, so I will answer everybody. Thank you so much.
You do. You're very good about responding to people who reach out on social media.
Thank you.
See you next week.
I miss you on Twitter.
I miss you as well, but
But I'll be here next week.
All right, then. I'll see you then.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
I think it's about time to give away some free stuff, some tickets. The California Science Center proudly presents the special exhibition, Leonardo da Vinci, Inventor, Artist, Dreamer. Step into a world of wonder and innovation as you explore 30 ingenious inventions, including the flying bicycle, great organ, mechanical bat, and great kite, each built by contemporary Italian artisans according to da Vinci's drawings. Mechanical wonders that were once only sketches on paper now stand before you, including over a dozen full-scale models. You can marvel at the extraordinary detail of Da Vinci's designs, each a testament to his visionary spirit and endless curiosity. This special exhibition, Leonardo da Vinci, Inventor, Artist, Dreamer, is at the California Science Center in Exposition Park. We have a family 4-pack to give away. And I think it's about time to open the phones. Yeah, let's do that. Let's open the phones. And if you are caller number 10, the family 4-pack is yours. You'll have to use the tickets before August 18th. That's the only caveat. And you will win, caller 10, that is, you will win a family 4-pack to the California Science Center, which is proudly presenting the special exhibition, Leonardo da Vinci, Inventor, Artist, Dreamer. And if you haven't been to the California Science Center, I highly recommend, regardless of age. I used to tutor there an after-school program, so I got to go every single day. I was tutoring 5th graders. This was a long time ago when it was relatively new, and it has grown tremendously since then. It is a great place, especially for young people and older people, to just learn. It's very cool, and you would be remiss if you did not take it upon yourself to try to get these tickets. Caller 10, Family 4-pack for the California Science Center, the special exhibition of Leonardo da Vinci, inventor, artist, dreamer.
Wait a minute. We can't skip over the fact that you said you used to tutor. What did you tutor? What did you specialize in?
It was interesting. I taught 3 different mini classes. I taught chess, Spanish, and also martial arts.
Wow.
Yep. It was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I would, it was just an after school advanced learning program. It was called the LEAP program, LEAP. And it was started by one of my fraternity brothers, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. One of our cardinal principles is scholarship. So this is a way of, it was an actual business, but for me, it was a part of my personal community service, giving back. Yep. I was teaching introductory Spanish, chess, and also martial arts. Yeah.
Dude, this is something no one ever knew before.
I didn't have reason to talk about it. And so, when I started talking about the California Science Center, then it reminded me how I used to go there a bunch of times a week, just helping out 5th graders.
Look at that.
Yeah. California Science Center is something else. Something else. Caller 10, Family 4-pack for the California Science Center and the special exhibition, Leonardo da Vinci. I almost said Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo da Vinci, inventor, artist, dreamer. And you got to get the tickets. You have to use them before August 18th. And you know what that means? That means next segment, we have some other tickets we got to give away, because we've been promising to give away 2 pairs of tickets for the Australian Pink Floyd show on the 14th at the Orpheum. So since we didn't do that this segment, let me see. Maybe next segment? Yeah, definitely. Next segment. It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
My wife has a Costco membership. My mother has a Costco membership. I personally have never felt any need for it. Now, my wife swears by getting gas at Costco. She'll wait in line and get gas and her car washed at Costco. I don't get it. I think the time and the money that you're wasting burning gas in that line kind of offsets any savings you get. But she swears by Costco. And my late father, he used to go to Costco just for the hot dogs. Me, personally, I don't get it. But a lot of people do. And when they go to Costco, from what I've seen, sometimes they would check your membership card. Sometimes they don't. But Costco is trying to put an end to that if you're using your friend's membership card. They're going to implement stricter policies. They're going to crack down on non-members, people like me, who might be using other people's cards, by requiring shoppers to scan their membership cards to enter stores. Quote, over the coming months, membership scanning devices will be used at the entrance door of your local warehouse. Once deployed, prior to entering, all members must scan their physical or digital membership card by placing the barcode or QR code against the scanner. This is what I don't understand. I've been to Costco, and if you have a digital scanner there, I don't think your photo pops up. So how are they supposed to know that I have my wife's membership card or Tawala's using my mother's card? I don't know how that's supposed to work, because the pictures I've seen, it's unmanned. It's like, a checkout kiosk where you do it yourself. And I'm quite sure there's a beep that probably says beep or lights up green or something, but it's not the DMV or the TSA where your actual photo comes up.
Yeah, your photo's not even on your Costco card.
Hello?
Having the person there at least allows them to look at the card. They can see, hey, this is
you're not Lisa
Julia
Johnson.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So,
Mark, are you a Costco member?
I just came from there on the way to work today. Yeah, I am. I go there pretty often.
Okay. Does your membership card have your photo?
I don't. Well, actually, yeah, I think they do. But you got to understand that the humans that they have in the door, you just wave your card at them. It's not like Checkpoint Charlie in Germany.
This is not the membership card you're looking for?
No. And the new scanners they have, you're right. It just beeps and you go in. It's not a high security outfit, but they do check them pretty closely at the check stands. And there was a guy in front of me recently who was using somebody's card, and it was about equal parts awkward. And I felt bad for the guy as much as I was irritated that he tried to get away with it right in front of me while I was, on a lunch break. It's a high security setup they have there for sure.
Okay, so there are membership cards with photos on them. I honestly don't know.
Yours has your photo?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you take your photo when you get your membership.
I don't know that.
You can't just let anybody in there to get the $1.50 hot dogs, okay? You've got to check people out before you allow access to that.
I was under the impression that Costco was pretty lenient on it because they would rather you come in and spend money. I don't know how it is at Sam's Club or any of these other wholesale warehouses, but usually, from what I understood, they weren't tripping because they want you to come in and spend money. And like that song we played as the bumper, buying all this stuff that you know you don't need.
And lots of it, too. Yeah.
But if they want to crack down, that just gives me another reason not to show up. I mean, I guess this is the warehouse equivalent of Netflix with the password sharing. I get the need to maximize their quarterly revenues. I just don't know whether it's going to go over as well as they may expect it to.
I don't know what the cost-benefit analysis is. I don't know what prompted them to start this crackdown, but I'm fine with it. Keep people out. Let the line get shorter.
Oh, look at you getting snooty.
When I need the $1.50 tube steak, let's get those lines moving.
Well, we're not talking about the pole vaulter anymore, okay? We've moved on.
Not yet, no.
I'll wait. Oh, I earned that one. Thank you very much.
Oh, weak.
To Mark's point, yeah, keep them out because, and to Mo's wife's point, the gas is pretty cheap, but the amount of time you spend waiting, it's not worth it at that point because
it moves right along. I don't know how you can say that.
She does say it depends on when you go. She'll go real early in the morning.
It depends on when you go because when I used to do Uber, I'd go there before they open, so I was like the only one there. Or when I go there, when I'm done, they're closing. You go there at 2, 3, you'll wait there for a good 10, 12 minutes. So,
but your engine running.
I have a hybrid, so I'm kind of lucky in that way. But other than that, yeah, it's not worth it.
I have found that even when the gas lines are all the way out to the street, you just shoot right through.
Yeah, I've been in the car when my wife was waiting for gas because I'm the one who's pumping the gas. It wasn't all that quick. We went to the one on Lomita Boulevard in Torrance, and we've been to a couple of others, but she usually goes to the one in Torrance, and those lines don't move all that fast.
Some of the Costco gas, they even have attendants there waving you to the line to make it go faster, to whichever line they want your car to go in.
And that's the problem. People don't pay attention. They'll start honking and like, hey, it's your turn. It's your turn.
It's too out of the way for me. I'm not driving to the other side of town to save money on gas that I'm burning, driving to the other side of town and waiting in line for the discounted gas.
No, when you put it like that doesn't make quite as much sense. But if you live near one, it's worth the membership fee.
Yeah.
Now, see, my mom, she says that, yes, her Costco card does have a picture on it. But she's saying she doesn't get the scanning because you have to use it to pay anyway. So it's not like even if you get in using someone else's card, you're not going to be able to buy the product because you have to scan to pay.
Okay, you're scanning to pay. Is that the person behind the register doing the scanning and looking at your card?
Yes.
Okay. Well, see, I don't know that.
So that's weird then. So it's like, what are you doing checking me when I'm coming in? If I can't use it when I'm checking out, and if I have a cart full of stuff and you're like, yeah, you're not Lisa Jones, sir. Get out of here. What's the point of checking me when I'm coming in?
Here's the thing. Now, are they going to say, we're not going to take your money and you have to leave all these 45 items here
in the cart? Yeah.
And please exit the store?
The guy who was in front of me who did that, they let him get away with it the one time, but it was like, don't do it again, buddy.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Don't do it again.
People don't know, but Mark Runner held up his Costco card to give me a better sense of what they look like. To me, it looked like a high school graduation photo.
Yeah, they don't. It's not like they got a professional portrait photographer there to get the best possible shot with the least number of chins on you. It's just, stand here, click, keep moving along down the cattle chute, okay?
So there you go. All right, producer Lindsay's come in. You have a Costco card, and you're producing the show, Lindsay. You're supposed to give me that advance.
What is happening?
On the rundown. You know we're talking about Costco, and you did not walk your ass in here and say, I got a Costco card. You're just going to let me do an 8-minute rant about stuff I didn't even know about when you were holding a card. At least Mark Runner was in the newsroom, and he said, I got a Costco card. He at least helped me out. You're producing the show.
In my defense, I was sitting there getting over my anxiety for the phone calls I have to take in a second.
Oh, that's right, because we have tickets to give away.
Please be nice to me.
No HR.
Too much good stuff.
We have Australian Pink Floyd tickets to give away, 2 pairs. If you're a caller number 9 and caller number 10, you'll be going to see Australian Pink Floyd on the 14th at the Orpheum Theater here in LA. Caller number 9, caller number 10. Australian Pink Floyd tickets, 2 pairs. Caller number 9, caller number 10. The tickets are yours. 1 pair each. Caller number 9, caller number 10. Australian Pink Floyd. The tickets are yours. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Well, at least you've decided to listen to KFI. See, you're making progress.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live.